Well, 7:19, and I'm running a little bit behind where I'd like to be this morning. Wanted to be on the job site here in Russellville at 7:30 with my first load of dirt. That means I would have had to be over at the office around 6:45 or so, maybe 6:30, to go to the pit, load myself, and then be over at the site. Luckily, all these things are all real close together. The office, the pit, and the job site are all 2 miles from each other, if that. So super easy to go run around and get to all of them. But running a bit behind. Sat last night and made a video explaining why I named the channel this and the purpose behind it and all that. And the purpose of this channel has changed. And to give brief synopsis of it, I made this channel to be a trucking channel to share with the common people watching YouTube who don't have anything to do with trucking and wonder how their stuff gets around, or stuff gets to the store, what it's like to be a truck driver, what it's like to live out on the road, be gone away from home for months, try and have relationships when you're always gone, and all that kind of stuff. But with Ashley battling cancer, and we spent a year moving from state to state trying to go from cancer research program to cancer research program to see if we can figure out some sort of cure, and then not even a cure, just a way to make her cancer livable. She has leukemia, by the way. We switched from job to job, and we moved from spot to spot, and we chased all of it, and I really wish I would have gotten all that on video. So now that I live here in Russellville and I work for this excavation company, I wanted to at least daily vlog and share my life and our life and her battled cancer and the puppies and my love for cigars and fishing and everything with everyone else. Instead of trying to share life trucking, figured we'd share my life, since I can't really share trucking because I'm not over the road anymore. I want to go back to over the road more than anything, but I can't, not with her being sick like this. So I figured this would be the next best thing. So for the viewers that I'm getting and the subscribers that I'm building, and hopefully the more this channel grows, you viewers can watch my life and our lives and everything grow and change and develop, and what it's like to work for an excavation company, and what it's like to heavy haul, what it's like to do all this stuff day to day. You get to meet all my coworkers. They're on video very often. You get to meet my puppies that I love more than anything in the world. You get a lot of Ashley, you get a lot of cigars, you get a lot of fishing, you get a lot of all the other interests that I have. You get some drone in there, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna make a video every single day for 365 days for 1 complete year without missing a day for any reason at all. I'm gonna produce a video and upload it to YouTube, and you guys can see how my life changes and grows and all that, how I keep trucking, how we keep trucking, how we battle this disease, and how I progress at my job, how all that stuff. That's why I do this. Because you always have to remember, you have to keep on trucking, you have to keep on moving forward. No matter what, tomorrow you have to wake up. Tomorrow's always going to be another day. So just to keep moving forward and keep progressing and keep doing all these things, it's real important. You could be like us and be absolutely dirt poor, paycheck to paycheck, and still be happy and still have fun and still enjoy life. It doesn't always have to be doom and gloom. You can always do something. So I hope you guys enjoy the channel. I'm tired. I'm pausing because I haven't been awake yet. I don't drink coffee. I don't think I can. I'm very hyperactive, and I think if I drink coffee, my head would explode. But I'm headed over to the dump truck right now. I'm right here by Atwood's and Casey's, and I'm a couple blocks away from our office where the dump truck's sitting at, and then I got to go load it. But that's the point of this channel, is to remind everybody, no matter what, you can always keep on trucking. You can always keep on moving forward. And life isn't that bad, even though it might seem like it at the time. And that's how it's been for us. When she got diagnosed with cancer, we thought our lives were going to stop, and she thought her life was going to end. But here we are, dang, almost 4.5 years later now. I know it's over 4 years. She's relatively healthy. She has her moments. She gets her migraines. She gets her little puke fests and vertigos and stuff like that when she gets a real bad migraine. But she goes to work and she's relatively healthy, and, you know, things are going fine-ish. A couple nights here and there that suck, but other than that, she's doing good. So with that, you know, here I am, and here's my life, and I'm hoping others enjoy it as well. Well, I got pulled over by a DOT officer, and believe it or not, the guy was actually extremely nice. The whole stop went rather well. He was pleasant, friendly enough. Most officers are kind of matter-of-fact and to the point, and that doesn't bother me one single bit, but he was a lot more pleasant than California officers are, Nebraska officers are. They're rather grumpy and, I don't know, I would say downright mean. I have to lock my tailgate in for a second time, but I'm over here at our pit. Well, it's not our pit, but the pit that we're loading out of, and I told him I'm kind of new to loading trucks, and, you know, I'm not used to all this stuff, but you know, I'm learning and all that. And I left dirt on my tailboard, and it was coming off the truck and bouncing down the road. And that's my own fault. I should have cleaned that off. So he stopped me for the right reason. He decided to give me a warning instead of a ticket, which was very nice of him, especially with somebody who's new to this business. You know, I've only been working for this particular person since about March, and I'm relatively new to loading trucks and whatnot. So I think he decided to give me a little bit of a break and just give me a warning, and everything else passed. He did a level 2 inspection, and that all passed. So we're all good to go there. But I pulled into our job site with him behind me, and then Ben pulled up, and we were good on everything. Hey, man. Hey. Okay. 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 The one that's in the middle? Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Oh, I hate trying to figure material on pipe bed because it's hard to do. We got approximately a maximum of 40 feet to do, 3 feet wide. Probably just need to go ahead and get about 12 tons.
12 tons? Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
And holler at me when you get empty with your dirt and you start over there, just to make sure I haven't changed my mind on the tons. I'm fixing to do a calculation on it right now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So one more load of dirt, and then I'll go get some rock to bed that pipe in with. We're just laying down a drain pipe, nothing too terribly special. But hey, he was rather nice and pleasant and all that stuff. So I was pretty happy with how the whole stop turned out. And he had me weigh on the portable scales. He did a full level 2 inspection. He checked all my licenses out. He was you know, a lot easier to deal with. I'm so used to DOT and CHP officers being assholes and calling you an idiot, you know, for doing stuff, especially when you're new on something. It was a nice change of pace, so I really appreciate officers like that. I'm sure he probably didn't think anything of it. It was just like, wow, you know, very different. But so even though I probably shouldn't, I'm gonna load myself again, do one more load, and then we'll be done with this for the time being. I'll put a little less in it this time, make sure I don't screw up. Ooh, we're missing our pin. That pivot's missing a pin. Probably can't see it well in the GoPro, but on the right side, that pin's holding the tailgate on. Should have a cotter key to it, and it doesn't. That's not good. That can fall out. I'm gonna have to replace that. Good thing I caught it. So yeah, good stop. Very rare in the trucking industry to have a good stop. So, all right, loading myself now. Well, Jared said he wants a redhead.
No, crazy.
I have a kid with a redhead, and I'm here trying to give him advice. Do not get a redhead. They're fun for the first 6 months, and after that, they cost you 18 years in child support.
It's a bitch that man must.
Keeps cussing, so I have to bleep him all the time. We're at Dollar General.
No burritos and stuff, man.
Because Josh wanted chapstick. His lips were getting all chapped. So we had to stop. We need to go back and get work. Already been an interesting day. Well, we're getting the culvert pipe covered material. This culvert pipe we bedded with 3/4 clean on the bottom of it, so the water can shed it a little bit, and so it's on a bed of rocks. It's a little bit more stable than being in dirt. So here's the culvert pipe, and you can see the gravel underneath it there. That runs the whole length of it. Now they're covering it with the cover dirt, and they're going to eventually make this whole thing perfectly smooth over the top of it. Jared's tamping down, well, a little bit. He's not the best on the Mini X yet, but he's getting there. He's tamping down. He should be tamping down on both sides of the pipe, not just on the top. And then Josh is running material back and forth from the pile to cover this and make it perfectly flat eventually. So culvert pipe's coming along pretty well. This is one step of a very long process. We're doing this now, and then the next step on this project later, and the next step in the episode, so on and so forth. I think they're gonna actually build a building over here or something, or make it their parking for their body shop. But for now, the culvert pipe's in, so it'll stop eating away at this hillside and making this ditch a lot deeper and rougher and harder to mow, and you know, eventually they're gonna put a parking lot over top of it and so on and so forth, but it's coming along quite nicely. Well, that was a fun, dusty day today. Got the culvert covered over and leveled back out and looked pretty good. Ashley's down here to help me bring some of my gear upstairs. I'm talking with a guy online right now about trucking and people complaining and all that stuff. It's really amazing nowadays how much people, bitch and complain and whine and moan and rates are terrible and fuel's so high. It's like, man, the rates have been the same since 2009. I went back and looked at a bunch of my books way back when, and the rates have always been the same way it has. The rates have never once gone up in any significant amount whatsoever. But fuel's gone up, and price of trucks have gone up, and cost of insurance has gone up. So all that means is margins went from 35, 37%, and now good healthy margins 22, 25%. But it's just funny to listen to people complain about how brokers are robbing everyone blind, and how they're not making any money anymore. And it's like, man, the average business makes what, 10% margins, 8% margins,
something like that.
Like if you owned a fast food place and you took home 8% of your gross to the owner in his pocket after everything's paid, bills, rent, employees, everything, the whole nine, and they're able to put 8% away in their pockets, they're pretty happy with it, but you take a profit margin of $15 million a year and you make 8% of it. That's a pretty good chunk of change, and then you own 15 franchises, and each one of them nets you 8% of $5 million. It's pretty damn good. It's taking 8% and multiplying it by 15, and that's how much percentage of profit you can make off of one's annual income of a store. Well, trucking's always been the highest return of investment out of just about anything. The stock market's what, 3%?
That.
The mutual fund market's 1.5 or something like that, something along those lines. So if you took $1 million and you get 1.5%, that's what, 15,000 or 150,000? I'm terrible at math.
Yeah, it's like 150.
150,000?
I believe so.
I thought that's 15%.
I'm bad at math too.
So $1 million times 0.15 is 100. Yeah, it is 150,000. God, we are terrible at math. Is $150,000 return on investment? Well, the semi trucks in the industry that I was in makes $350,000 all year long, no problem whatsoever. And you used to be able to net damn near 40% of that. That's a lot of money. 350,000 times 0.4 is $140,000 a year you could get paid to the owner after paying a driver, after paying all that. If you're owner operator, you can make 50 to 60% of that, depending on a lot of factors, truck payment and insurance and bills and how much you spend on the road and blah blah blah. But you had the potential to make that kind of money. Now most trucking companies are making 15 to 17%, and owner operators can net 25 to maybe 35% if they're in the specialty market, but 22 to 25% is pretty good. And then fleet owners, a guy who owns, let's just say 20 trucks, he's happy with 12%, 15% back on each truck. So you're taking 200,000 and then you multiply it by, let's say 18% is 36,000, then you multiply that by 20, and that's $720,000 a year of pure income off of 20 trucks. Pretty damn good business to be in when you could have the banks loan you all the money and get into trucking that way, and just hope you don't lose your ass or crash one or something like that. But times have changed a lot, and it's just hilarious to listen to people on Facebook. Oh, brokers are such pieces of crap and they're stealing all the money. It's like, man, that's been the game forever. Broker posts it for $5,000, you go, hey, I'll do it for 72, and they go, what's compromise on 5,500? I'm like, that's hardly a compromise. The least I would do it for is 65, and they go, well, I'll come up to 59, and then I'll go 62, call it done. If you say no, wait for the next call and I'll hang up. And they go, let me go check with my manager, and then he puts you on hold, and they come back and say $61.50, and I go, okay, I'm not going to lose the load over $50 because if I really would have come down to 6,000, but I got $61.50, so I made an extra $150, sit on the phone for 5 more freaking minutes. But either way, that's a tank of fuel. At least was a tank of fuel. It's not a tank of fuel anymore. A tank of fuel now is $1,000. She's got to go back upstairs, go check on dinner. She's cooking dinner. So, but man, it's just, trucking's just different. I'm happy to be off the road as far as the BS and the drama, and truck stop life has changed and all that kind of stuff. Now in the dirt business, profit margins are much lower, costs are much higher, but you know, you're home, you're around here. You know, I don't travel 3 states a day. I'm not 3,000 miles away when, you know, Ashley's thought she was having a stroke and she was being ambulanced to the hospital and all that stuff. Like, you know, I'm only 5 minutes away, not 5 days away, or however long it would take to travel from one part of the country to the other. I'm sure you could get it done in a day and a half on an airplane, but then you have to park your truck and be worried about it all the time, you know, blah 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 blah. It was just a pain in the butt. So, you know, a yin and a yang. But I wish I could be back in trucking. I wish I could be a trucking owner. I think I could run an entire trucking company completely by myself, with like 3 or 4 trucks. I know how to dispatch them and dispatch myself forever. It's just not in the cards right now. Well, it could have been, but I told the guy no, because I thought he was a freaking thief, and I didn't want to work for a guy that I thought was a thief. You know, your little spidey senses go up on your neck, and you're just like, maybe I should tell this guy no. So I'm happy I worked for the guy I worked for, and the argument, or it wasn't even an argument, the thing I was complaining about the other day is pretty much all but gone away and all that. And, you know, I warned him that I was going to quit and go back to trucking if things didn't start acting a lot better, and it seems to have gotten that way. So I really need to take the weekend off and go fishing and relax and de-stress and all that kind of stuff. Remember why I'm doing this in the first place. But a lot happier of a day today, to say the least. So I'm gonna run upstairs, go get something to eat while she's making dinner, play with the dogs. I'm probably gonna light a cigar here in a little bit. Some little storms are getting ready to blow through. I probably can't even see the sky from where I'm at. There's too many trees around. But you know, I'm happy with my life choices up until this point, and I'm gonna keep on trucking and moving forward. I need one of you guys to sponsor me with a boat and let me do a long-term borrow on it and do a couple reviews on YouTube, on Facebook, so I can have a boat and go fishing. And then Stinson needs to sponsor me so I can not wear truck stops hats, because these things are kind of pieces of crap, but you know, they're $35 and they work and they keep the sun off my face. And you know, Drew Estate, hopefully one of these days, will send me some cigars, especially with Lito Gomez with LFD. Love his work, love all of his stuff that he does, and really looking forward to smoking more of them. So maybe I can work this YouTube thing into a couple of sponsorship deals, and I can get some of the stuff that I love for a little bit cheaper of a price, or even just maybe at cost, and I can enjoy a little bit more of it with the money that Ashley and I have with her battling this whole cancer crap and all. So looking forward to positive things. Happy to share my life with you guys, and hopefully everyone else is enjoying seeing how things are going as well. So go upstairs, get all this dust off my face and out of my eyes, shower, eat, play with the dogs, have a cigar, maybe go for a scooter ride, and yeah, see how things go. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Feeding for two?
Are you video?
Yeah.
Not bad. Fuck shit.
You
What?
feeding for two?
Am I feeding for two? What
Yeah.
does that mean? I'm not. No, I ain't no pregnant bitch.
You're off a little bit.
Huh?
It's 2.5 inches high on that side.
I gotta put ditch liner in. Ain't great.
I brought my laser eye. It's 2.5 inches high over there.
More like 6 inches.
I don't even know what you guys are really doing anyways, so.
Hell, neither do we. We got a site walk and an info dump all at the same time.
I'll do that.
Sure.
How many thousands of these things I've done?
You go get lunch, Grasshopper? You want to go to lunch?
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, he brought his lunch. I just gotta go through it.
Let's go over sticky rice too.
Fuck no. Sticky rice.
Oh man, the pho.
Chinese food?
The pho. They have pho there. So good.
Yeah.
I love pho. But like Lynn's. Well, Lynn's is expensive. But no, technically I have my lunch with me.
Huh?
I have my lunch with me.
I was just asking if you wanted to ride.
Yeah, but depends on where you're going.
I don't know, probably up to like Taco Bell or something.
How about Mickey D's?
Do what?
How about Mickey D's? Mickey D's?
Ew.
Let me put this strap in there.
I know.
What are you doing with this?
Parking it down there.
Alright, let me get my stuff. Sounds like you're grinding it. Here, that's his receipt. forgot my hat. That would be bad. I'd have to come back for that. And that's loading yourself.